till I ran into the plug. I got the key wrapped up in a Louis V. Now they calling me the plug.
Yo, this is The Plug presented by Hammy the Ox. I'm Nat the Goat, a.k.a. Nat the Intellectual, also known as the dude that's been wearing the same hat since 9th grade. I'm here with my boy Jake.
Yo, it's Jake, a.k.a. Jackson Flaxen Waxen Saxon, a.k.a. Woodward Wherewithal, a.k.a. White Boy with Dreams. All right, we're here with our special guest, Nicx.
Oh my God, man, he did it. You did
Boy, time to rest. Time to rest.
Nicx.
Yeah, man.
Nicx.
That's not the first time. It's like the 50th time.
That's no K.
Do we want to start that intro over?
He just said.
Yeah, it's cool. No, it's cool.
No,
No, it's cool.
like
so
Yeah,
flat.
it's awesome. It's okay.
Nah, but Nicx, you know what I'm saying? Shout
Yeah,
yourself out.
it's Nicx, you know.
Happens.
You guys may think my name is Nicx Nation, but it's not. That's just my Twitter name. Yeah, Nicx, Nicx, not Nicks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, we ain't talking about the basketball team. And it's your boy.
Yeah, no.
Nah, it's your boy, Mandel, also known as Kim Jong Flex.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? New episode, new week, back at it.
Yeah.
So honestly, I had a personal question for you earlier. We mentioned but I was walking on Edgewood one day last year. And I was just like, yo, I know old boy for something. You're working on a music video.
Yeah.
I just remember it being an Infinity and a Charger. So I was just being curious, like, what was going on that day?
Yeah, we were shooting a video for this record called Take It, and it was just a lot of my boys in it, and they were. I don't know if you ever seen the video. Have you saw it?
Nah, I just saw it like
you should check it
real
out. It's
life,
awesome.
Like,
Yeah, it was really like a modern day version of the Warriors, and those cars, like, they weren't really in the video or whatever. I mean, we had one shot with the car, and I think it was the Infinity or whatever, but yeah, it was just a bunch of my homies, and it took a long time to finish this video. For like, the video is only like 2 minutes long, but it took a very long time. But we were everywhere shooting it.
Oh, so you all just all around.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, who's on it? Who's on the song before we? You know what I'm saying? Before we.
Oh, who's on the record?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just my record. It's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah. I had a lot of my boys in it. They're actually actors and rappers and stuff. Like, my one boy Vince, he was actually in an episode of Atlanta, the first season, the episode with the Migos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the guy that gave I guess Quavo the suitcase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out in the woods?
Yeah.
No. Actually, when they were on the trailer, when they were in the trailer.
In the trailer.
Yeah, he was in the video. My boy Jordan, he's an artist. He was in it. My boy Troy, man. It was a lot of people. But yeah, no, we were going crazy. It sucks because I had this whole trilogy like written down or whatever, man. And the first video was just the start. And we never got a chance to bring it to life, man. I feel like when people seen the first video, it looks like the beginning like of a movie or something. So within the next 2 videos, I want to do 3. I wanted to like make more sense of the first one.
Just build onto the plot.
I really wanted it to, like, the first video was literally going to be the end. So this is literally how it ends.
Are you doing the Star Wars?
Yeah, like yeah, man. And because once you look at it, you have a lot of questions, like, why are these people running around Atlanta killing people? Why am I in a tub with my eyes blacked out? Why am I, And with the second video, I wanted to, like, go all the way to the beginning. Like, why were they in the streets killing people for me and bringing me their eyes? So, yeah. But
Yeah, that does sound like a crazy plot.
yeah.
You shot all over the city?
Edgewood, over in Atlantic Station, over on Georgia Tech campus.
Okay.
We were over there too. Yeah, those are the places.
What's your favorite place in the city to shoot?
My favorite place to shoot? I don't know, man. It depends on the mood I'm in. Like, I'm trying to get out of this gritty whole, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my ideas as far as videos and music, I feel like it was kind of like desaturated. Like, it was too gritty, and at the end of the day, if you look at my pictures or whatever, I look pretty angry or whatever. And then one day I was just like, no one likes an angry person. I don't like being angry. I'm not even angry.
Yeah, nah,
my
not at all.
mom, she has a natural angry face, and my dad has a natural angry face. And when I was a little kid, my dad, he told me, he was like, son, you gotta learn to smile because you're not gonna have any friends when you grow up. He was like, I didn't have any friends in high school. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, sure, like that was you. And then the older I got, the more I looked in the mirror, I'm like, damn, I look just like this guy. And then my homie, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm going to my homie, like I'm going through random stuff, you know, people go through. And I'm like, man, like, kind of feel alone. And I feel like people want to ask me stuff, but people not asking me. He was like, look, man, everybody think you mad, bruh.
It was crazy the first time, because I met you before. I dapped you up at Childish Major's show at A3C.
Yeah.
And then, shout out to Childish Major. And then saw you at your party through last night.
Yeah.
And I came up to you. I was like, the whole time, like, man, he kind of seems like he's angry.
Yeah.
Always. I talked to him. I was like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, damn, this dude's so nice. I was like, yo, what you doing tomorrow at 7?
Man, that's what I'm.
on the show.
You got a mean case of RBF, dude.
Oh my God, man. See, that's the thing. I'm like, how could they think that? Like, when you talk to me, I'm like, I'm not putting on the front. Like, I'm actually a cool person. You know, I'm actually interested in conversation. And yeah, I'm trying to, you know, change it up.
Where that grungy sound, that like that desaturated image and like aesthetic that you wanted to go for, where did that come from?
Well, man, this is crazy. Okay, before, like earlier in my career, I didn't really think too much about like the way I looked or whatever. So I was just like wearing whatever, like bright clothes, dark clothes. Like I had like bright videos, dark videos. And then like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Always follow your gut. Like always do what you want to do, because I was around some people and they were like helping me out with like, I guess, creative direction, but it didn't really seem like that. Like now that I look back at it, they were just a bunch of guys who just sit in the crib and just talk about what everybody else is doing wrong. And these were the guys that was like, yeah, man, you know what? No, I don't like that, man. I don't like that video. Like, you could do better. But I'm not a follower. I was just, you know, I'm like, yo, maybe I should listen to some people for once, because I always do my own thing. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, they do work with A$AP Rocky or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure they know, because A$AP's creative direction is insane. So they work with him, and they were just like, yeah, man, like, nah, man, I ain't feeling that, man. You could do better, like, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, we were working together around the time I did the Merc video. And after that, I kind of, like, just grew into it. And then, like it was a dark video. And then I was hanging out with them, and it was negative, man. But I was never a negative person. Like, I was just around them, and I guess it was kind of rubbing off and was showing in my face, but you can still talk to me and see I'm a positive person. And yeah, like after that, like start going through stuff that like 21-year-olds and 20-year-olds go through with life. Then I just got angry, and then like I started, like, I feel like I kind of became them. Like I saw like colorful stuff, and I was just like, no, this is whack.
The angst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Negativity produces negativity.
Yeah, man. And yeah, from that, I was just like, like a lot of my pictures and stuff, because a lot of my videos also I edited myself. So I was just like, nah, turn that saturation down, boost that contrast, like turn that brightness down. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. And I felt like I feel like I just like, my vision in life just turned to that, you know, like when it's real sunny outside, I wouldn't want to go outside, man. I was,
Yeah.
man,
Feelings through filters.
Yeah, and then like I get on the microphone, and like I'm working on a record, and I'm coming up with ideas, because normally when I record, it's like I normally like record like half of a song and then half of another song, and then like just to practice, then I go for the third one, and that's normally the song that I really finish. And I was listening, and like I couldn't do nothing but rap about like dark stuff.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, so yeah, I was definitely a victim of that, man, but I'm good now. I
That's
could have
what's up.
came here wearing all black, but instead
Yeah.
I told my homie over there, I was like, yeah, I gotta like wear some colors today.
Hey, shout him out.
Oh yeah, the homie Zach Thorne.
What's good, bro? Hey, like we always say each episode, Hand Me the Ox records the plug in front of a live studio
Always,
audience.
always.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to our supporters, family. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's always pulling up, coming through, showing love.
Also, shout out to our producer that has a mixer that might end up mixing a little bit in the middle of the episode. You never know. You know,
Oh,
it
man.
might get lit.
Cypher on the way.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Shout out to Jessica as well.
So Nicx, yeah, shout out Jessica, our stylist Jessica.
Stylist.
Hey, if you wear clothes or make clothes in Atlanta and want us to wear your stuff on the show, DM Jessica at Jessica Clapes. Jessica Pades.
Jessica Pays, like Escapade, but Jessica Pays.
Jessica Pades 25. Or hit my DMs, Nat to go, and then I'll direct you to her. But yeah, so what's your process of recording music?
Well, it's different. Earlier, I keep going back to earlier in my career because it's pretty interesting, and now it's just different. Before, I used to just hear a beat and like just nod my head, and as soon as I catch a flow or whatever, I would keep that flow in my head. Then I would like basically add words into it. But now, I like I said, even now I record maybe half of a verse. Because normally when I'm working, like I'm used to having the studio by me, like normally where I'm staying, I got a setup or whatever, but I haven't really been able to do that. So now I have to write music and know it and go in because like I can't waste anyone's time.
Right.
Just record and play records or whatever. So yeah, now I'm just starting to write, and it's just like whatever I'm feeling like in my soul, for real, I just go with that, no matter if it's actually happy or dark. And yeah,
giving the real you.
yeah. But one thing too, man, I feel like I'm a pretty funny guy. People don't think they don't think I'm that funny, man. Because they can't get over the fact that I look mad when I'm not mad. But yeah, I like to add a lot of humor, man. Like,
Right.
Do you have any
rap.
like favorite comedians?
Favorite comedians?
Yeah,
Let me see.
since we're on the topic.
Dark jokes.
Let's see. Well, of course, Dave Chappelle.
Shout out
Oh,
to Dave.
yeah.
Dave Chappelle is awesome.
We also like grew up on Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. And I can't lie. Chris Rock, he's hilarious.
Chris Rock's
Like,
go.
yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I heard his
man.
Netflix, the most recent Netflix thing is pretty good.
Yeah.
Netflix
Good.
special.
It's good.
I was shocked because you know how like these guys get older and then like they kind of
Fall off.
Yeah, I can't lie. What's his name? I wasn't really liking the Cat Williams one. I was like, man, I was like, yo, man, I know he want to be funnier than this. Like, I feel like someone was just telling him, like, yo, you can't be saying what you normally say. Yeah, because it was corny.
Poor little
yeah,
Tink
his new one is not that good at all.
Poor little Tink Tink though.
Poor little Tink Tink. Which one was that?
That's old.
Pimpin'.
Yeah. I
Oh,
just remember
man.
that fit. Yeah, I feel like he had a green outfit on.
I think that's the same. Yeah, it's still one in DC.
Do you see when he's talking about pimping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's like.
Speaking of pimping, yeah. So
Speaking of-
Where is this going?
Segue from the sky.
segue. So we're based out of Atlanta, obviously, and we're in Atlanta. So we're gonna ask you some like Atlanta questions.
Okay.
And it kind of gonna come quick. So
Cool.
speaking of pimping, what's your favorite strip club in the city?
I don't really like strip clubs.
Shout out to you. What's your favorite wing place in the city?
Wholesome.
I don't eat meat.
Oh. All right. So that's
Okay.
it for now.
We'll come back to that.
All right. What's your favorite venue?
Favorite venue? Gotta be that I performed at.
Both.
Performed that, pulled up to like.
What's it called?
It can be Old Masquerade too.
Old Masquerade.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yes.
definitely. I'm tripping. Old Masquerade.
Which one did you like better, Heaven or Hell?
Heaven, of course.
Okay.
What? Do I look that mad? Do I look that? Wow.
Dark jokes.
Dark
Oh,
jokes.
man.
to the hellfire with you.
This
You know what I'm
this
saying?
purple shirt isn't. This is this,
Nah,
isn't, this isn't happy.
No, it's
Nah.
happy.
Okay. This
Nah.
isn't happy.
Lavender.
Yeah, no,
Lavender.
lavender like brings
Trying to
out
say
brings out the
lavender,
happy.
That's what
in you, man.
lavender
Yeah,
does. Is
that
calm
shirt's
and
fire
soothing.
though.
It's
Oh, yeah.
really sick.
Thank you. It's.
Where'd you get it? Since we're, you know.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I've had this
there you
shirt
go.
for a few years, and
Shout
I've
out.
only wore it a couple times.
Wow, that's nice.
Mm.
That's all right. Another question based on Elena. Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's?
Chick-fil-A.
Waffle House or
Wait. Is Zaxby's Atlanta based?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I consider
It started in Georgia,
Is it
just
in
not
churches?
Atlanta.
I feel like churches is more like Atlanta.
Zaxby's started in southern Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay. All right.
we can adopt it.
I mean,
It's state.
Yeah.
State bound.
Oh my God. I need to turn this around. Okay, more questions.
So why did you go? So do you vegetarian? Are you vegan?
Vegetarian.
What? Have you always been vegetarian?
I've been a vegetarian for a long time. I can't really tell you how long it's been.
Oh, wow.
Because I had times where I like stopped because like I wasn't eating right. Like I used to think being a vegetarian was just no meat and chips and candy. And yeah, and I was just destroying myself. I really was. And energy drinks and like Monsters. But now I'm trying to do it the correct way. I'm also trying to nah, let me shut up. But yeah, long time. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, I'm good.
So, speaking of energy drinks, isn't China banning energy drinks? Or
Uh,
oh, that's Jake's world.
it's okay. We can.
It's
talk
cool.
about
It's cool. We'll edit that out.
Like, bro, Jake's world is the real world, so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You act like Jake live in a whole nother dimension.
it. But I ain't.
Are you?
Yeah.
The Jackson dimension.
The fifth.
The fifth dimension.
Hold on, are you the fifth?
That would be cool.
Jake
but
Jackson
I'm
the
not.
fifth.
Ah,
Jake Jackson the fifth.
Wow.
That would be a great name.
Because if you were the fifth, and,
JJ the
like,
fifth.
I
That's a
was-
good name, rapper name.
JJ the Fish.
JJ the fifth.
It kind of sound like JJ Fish.
Yeah, JJ
JJ
Fish,
Fish.
right?
Ice
Ice
JJ
JJ
Fish.
Fish.
A fifth of JJ.
JJ Fish. That's you.
A
That's
fifth
me.
of
JJ Fish.
DJ.
It's something about your girl.
Oh my gosh. You know what? When we were younger, I kept on being called Asher Roth, and it infuriated me.
Asher Roth.
Yo, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can
love
see. Yeah.
college. I love drinking.
What a corny guy.
No, he's awesome.
he was
He was a
fire.
teacher.
Yo, he's awesome, man. Did you hear the story? Like him and Justin Bieber had like the same manager. I don't know if they still do.
Scotty? Scott Braun?
Scooter.
Scooter Braun? Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
Scooter Braun.
Yeah, like that whole story is incredible.
Do you know the story?
Not enough to go into detail, but
Didn't Asher
Yeah.
Roth like drop his management his record label?
you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I was never an Asher Roth fan, but
Talking him up.
but he was still cool. Yeah,
Asher was dope.
yeah.
He had a cool story.
Speaking of little kids rapping about college, how do you feel about Lil Yachty? And
Yo,
Lil Bo
his
too?
his last album, Lil Bo 2, is awesome, man. It's crazy.
Did he go back to Lil Bo 1 those days?
You know what? I couldn't really listen to that. I was dark, and it was too happy for me. It was too happy for me, man. And like, I was just like, oh my God. Just like, oh man, I couldn't do it. But since the second one is dark, that's not the reason I like it. He's rapping.
Yeah.
He's going in. You know, I don't hear like a rapper like on his T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear a rapper spitting bars. Like I kind of expected that because he kind of like stopped going in about. Remember when he was like, "Yo, old rap is trash," blah blah blah, and then he kind of chilled out. I feel like
Well, I feel like that was more so just response to old head rappers
coming at
giving
him.
him a bunch of shit. Like, yo,
Yeah.
like, what is this? And he was just like, I'm just young trying to make it. And then he was just like, you know what? If y'all want to talk, I'm going to talk.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I can agree with that.
How do you feel about that like topic? Kind of like how kind of the sound of music's kind of changing a little bit, and it's kind of changing not a little bit, a lot of it.
Yeah,
Like, how do you feel about like kind of, you know, like Uzi saying he's not a rapper, considering himself like a rock star?
Yeah, well, and there's like he's not the only one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Post Malone said you know, hip hop. He had that whole thing, and
Yeah.
then Lil Xan just came out, and
Lil
then like
Xan-
Waka Flocka just like ruined him on
Well,
Twitter.
Lil Xan said that he said that
Tupac's
Tupac was
boring.
boring and that he was
which is
well, that was like the caption
Blasphemy.
thing. But
Yeah.
the main thing that he said was that like he didn't think he was as big of a cultural icon as
Oh my
he thought it was.
Hold on, he said Tupac wasn't.
Like, yeah, I mean, you can find the actual receipts, but like the headline was him saying it was boring, but the main thing that people got mad at him about was because he was talking about other things besides like the music.
Have you guys noticed that the artists that said like so and so sucks, so and so is boring, all blew up? This is all for attention, in my opinion. Like they're just trying to, because when I looked at it, like the first time I seen Lil Xan before. Like some blog posted him, but that was the only time. But then I look up and he's trending on Twitter and everyone's talking about him.
Yeah,
And
industry
it's like,
plant, bro.
I mean, yeah, he could be. I don't know. It's just, you know, getting attention, man. And then next thing you know, he about to drop an album, and that's how it go.
I just think it's funny that his
Trying to
name's
stay
Lil Xan, and he tells
Yeah.
people not to use Xan.
He doesn't do Xans. He stopped doing Xans. His name, he doesn't go by. He still goes by Lil Xan. But his name's
don't make me. Xans don't. What I don't even know.
Yeah,
Diego.
yeah. But no, honestly, what I think about that, like, let's break this down. Remember what hip hop sounded like when it first started?
The good days.
Damn near disco. Then after like we got like, if I'm not mistaken, like it all evolved to like Eric B and Rakim. Then after that, like NWA. Then after that, like the music, the sound was changing, and I'm pretty sure the people who was like really messing with the disco sound and rap, they was like, nigga, oh my bad, nigga, Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? And then people in that era was like, NWA? Like, what is this? And then after that, it's like Biggie and Tupac. Like, what is this? And it keeps changing, you know?
But like the kind of the weird thing with like those growth, like you can Eric B. and Rakim, like
Yeah.
they literally they are the reason that people rap the way they rap
Mm-hmm.
now. And then
Yeah.
Biggie and Tupac
Mm-hmm.
put like rap on like the real mainstream.
Yeah.
And then now you're looking at it, but it's like it's not the same like, it's not like old heads saying like, oh, this isn't rap. Like these,
Yeah.
like most niggas aren't really rapping anymore. Like they're
Yeah.
singing, humming and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm with it. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy, cause it's like when I hear like rappers, I expect to hear someone rapping, like not someone singing, but it's changing. But also everyone, if it works for one person, you know, that's cool. You know, everyone should focus on their own thing. Like me, I can do a lot of stuff. I love rapping. Like this is the cool part about me doing shows or whatever. Everyone's like looking to go on stage. They're gonna have their auto tune, whatever. They're gonna have their boys on stage. They gonna come with so much energy. They're gonna be so hyped. But they always forget one thing, and that's what I bring: bars. They leave the bars at home. They be on stage like yeah, and then I come out on stage and it's like yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Like that's the cool part, man. But I'm not saying that their music sucks. I'm not saying that it's like stuff is wrong with it. I just feel like no matter what you're doing, how you do it, you gotta connect with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have all that stuff, but if the people don't feel a connection, because let's be honest, there's billions of artists out here, and the ones that succeed, honestly, and last a long time, they connect with people. And yeah, like you could be jumping around or whatever. Like if you have a connection, perfect. You'll have them jumping with you. Or like they'll be jumping at the show and then go home. Then it's like, okay, who is that guy? I don't know. Like I'm about to go to sleep. All right. But when it was that, you see that guy who's actually connecting with you, it's like, who is he? All right, let me look him up. Okay, his music is awesome. Oh, he's a great person. I'm definitely going to the next show. Then they put their friends on or whatever.
Yeah, that's what like the show I went to a couple days ago. Denzel Curry
Yeah.
opened up for Ferg.
Yeah.
And that was I wasn't really familiar with Denzel Curry's music. I know he was a double XL freshman one year. I know he has a big scene in Miami, in the Dade County area.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know he was who he was. And then when he came on stage and the way he was like backstage and being so cool, and even he's dope.
He's awesome.
Like his family or something was up in like the VIP, and like one of the security guys started harassing him, like always at the Tabernacle, like, you're not supposed to be in here if you don't have a pass, and was like, we have a pass, we're with the guy that's going on next. As soon as Buddy finished performing, like drenching sweat, jumping this nigga stage dive to Smell Like Teen Spirit to Nirvana. They played it and started stage diving, just going crazy. As soon as he finished his set, walked up the stairs, and went to set right next to his family. The whole rest of the show didn't go to the green room, didn't do all that. Went straight to his family, and I was like, "Damn, that's hard." Because I was trying to get a photo of him coming off the stage, and then I was like, "Oh, I didn't meet him."
Yeah,
see him
That's a
running up the
real guy
stairs.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's a real guy.
You connected with him,
Facts.
you know, and then like that's how it's supposed to be, man. And dog, I'm sick of these security guards. Come on, bro. And it's like, you saw the one with the Migos fighting the one security guard.
No, where?
The dude looks like he's about 7 feet tall. And you see like I don't know who it was. They was hitting him, but they couldn't. Like, he could have killed him if he wanted to, but like, man, we got to do something about these security guards. Like, it's annoying. Like, you're literally ruining this whole show. Like, yeah. Okay, I don't want to talk about that.
They took a blunt from somebody at the Tabernacle. Like, I've never seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
They don't ever stop. Like, they don't ever do anything like real security wise. Like, they're not gonna stop anybody from getting shot or stop anybody from like
Fighting.
doing some wild. They're just like
They just there.
crowd control. Not even crowd control. More so just like a certain power. Like,
Dog, last year I was about to get in a fight with a security guard in Cleveland. No, was it last year? Yeah, at the end of the year. So my boy King Chip or whatever, he had a show.
Shout out to King Chip.
Shout out to King Chip. No, shout out to Chip the Ripper.
Chip the
He
Ripper.
went back to
He
Chip
went
the
back?
Ripper.
Okay.
He went back.
yes,
Yeah,
my
he went
freestyle of the week is so hell of it.
Yeah, so he had a show, and he told me to come through. I went or whatever, and you know how it is, like, if an artist is performing, like, and you're at their show, like, you can't just hit them up and just think they about to talk to you the whole time. They trying to get in their zone or whatever. So he just tells me, like, yeah, you know, come through or whatever. Basically, when you get in, just meet me over and like backstage or whatever. So I'm sitting there, like, I go in, and then obviously, like, he stopped responding because we got stuff to do, and I'm like, okay, I'm going up the stairs or whatever, and it's me and my boy. And security guard like, yo, you can't come in. And I had a band or whatever. I guess the band for performers. So I was supposed to have been on stage, but I wasn't performing. So I go, like, I'm trying to get up like backstage or whatever. And this guy looks like a man, dog. I want to rip his face off, dog. Like, his face just made me so mad. He looked drunk. He was drunk, and he was like, jump in, and he's like, no, you can't get in. And I'm just like, so, like, something happened. Like, they're literally holding me back. There's people showing their bands. And then I'm like, I just want to be like, dude, you don't. Okay, I just had to be humble, you know? Like, I want to be like, you idiot.
Yeah.
I actually know him. You know what I'm saying? So something happened, and I guess someone got, like, they were fighting, and then the security guard runs, and I guess he's going, like, to him or whatever, and he's, like, trying to get past me, and he's touching me, and I'm not moving. I'm like, I don't like you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, fuck out the way.
Yeah.
And so instantly I thought about it. I was like, okay. I could swing on him right now, and I had my boy with me. We could have jumped him or whatever, went home, whatever would have happened. Or I can be cool and go home.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. I didn't want to hit him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chip. I text Chip like, yo, I see you. Whatever, bro. Like, I'm out. So I'm leaving. I'm getting in the car. Then I see my boy, like, holding some door open, talking to, like, I guess the guy who brought Chip there. And he's like, yeah, this is Nicx, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, no, Nicx, you good. You come in or whatever. And I'm in there. I'm with Chip or whatever. And I'm just like, yo, dog, like, what? Security. Like,
no
why?
reason.
I'm showing you a band. I'm saying this is the band that gets me on stage. Don't tell me I can't get on stage. You know what I'm saying? And something could have happened. I'm pretty sure I would have got in trouble. Like, They would have arrested me. I'm not trying to get arrested in Cleveland. I'm trying to get the hell out of Cleveland, go back to Atlanta, go anywhere. Like, dog, it just made me mad, man, and I don't really like security guards.
How long were you in Cleveland? Or like
How long was I there?
I know you're born in Cleveland.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. When did you come to Atlanta?
I came to Atlanta in 2007.
Okay.
2007. One of those. I think honestly, I think it's 2008.
High school.
Like 8th grade.
8th grade. How was growing up in Cleveland?
Growing up in Cleveland was weird because all I knew was Cleveland. I didn't know about no Florida. I didn't know about no Georgia. I mean, I knew about Atlanta because the ATL movie came out and like all the music, movie. Like DJ Unk and all those guys. It was like everybody in Cleveland wanted to be from Atlanta. Like I remember I had a guy in my class. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Where you from? He's like, ATL, shawty. And I'm like, this nigga lying, dog. I'm like, he's not from Atlanta, dog. And he said that to be cool. Like I didn't know about anything else. So like, you know, I thought the world, like where I lived in Cleveland is cool now. Like it's a lot of money there now. They're really building it up. But when I was there, man, like living on top of a liquor store wasn't cool. Yeah. Living next to a business wasn't cool. Like I used to stay there and I used to be embarrassed for people to see where I live. I used to lie about where I live. Like they were like, yeah, let's go to your house. And I'm like, nah, I gotta go. Yeah. No one knew where I really lived because I was like living on top of other houses and stuff. But it was weird. But I appreciate it, and it's just so much different now because gentrification, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's not there anymore. Yeah. You know, or it's there and it just costs a lot of money now.
Yeah. How did you get in touch with Chip the Ripper?
King Chip the Ripper. Well, growing up, Chip was always my favorite rapper.
Right. I have a question. Because I have one of my good friends from Cleveland as well. Shout out to Chaz Bottoms. But I always asked him like, is Kid Cudi the biggest rapper in Cleveland? And he was like, no, Chip the Ripper. And it blew my mind because I guess it might be because like I was in high school and. Yeah. Weed was cool and Kid Cudi was really cool. I mean, he's still cool.
Know, y'all are sleeping on gift raps.
Gift raps was awesome, man. Dog, that was my favorite.
Gift raps was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, man, Chip, when I was a little kid, before I even thought about writing a word to rap down, I was listening to Chip the Ripper and he was the man, dog. And I heard a Kid Cudi, I'll say in 2006. It was a project that came out. Cleveland always had this thing they was doing, like it's a mixtape, and it was called Bitch I'm From Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And the first one, I think, when you in Cleveland, you see that, like, yeah, Cleveland all day, because when you're in Cleveland, all you know is Cleveland. So I was excited about it. Then I heard the second one that they dropped, and I was like, who is this guy? Because he sounds like everybody from Cleveland, but he's different. And I'm listening to it, and it was day and night. And I kept listening to it, and like 2 years later, it blew up. But even on that project too, I think him and Chip had stuff, and I was like, oh, Chip messed with him. Oh, he must be cool, cause yeah, Chip is the man. He still is. But I it's funny, man. Like manifestation is everything. When I first started, like my first project as far as music or whatever, I used to be like, man. All I was listening to was gift raps, and like around the time, like the Cool Kids or whatever, because Chuck English, he produced the whole thing. So I'll be listening to it, getting like motivation to write, and gift raps taught me how to flow, too. So that's all I was listening to, just trying to get better and better. And I was working on my project, and I was like, man, you know, it'd be really cool if I had a song with Chip. And my boy used to be there, like, man, no, don't worry, bruh. One day, you're gonna get a call. And it's going to be Chip. He going to be like, yo, what's good? Got this song for you. 6 years later, it's like, I get a FaceTime call. I ain't pick it up. I text the person like, who is this? Said King Chip. I call it back. Dude, like he's funny as hell. He's weird. He's showing like his eyes and forehead. and he's like, yo, listen to this. And then he flipped the camera. And then it's like, I guess Lake Erie. He was at Lake Erie. He's like, listen to this. And he was playing it, and I was like, dog, this shit sounds crazy. He was like, you mess with that? I was like, of course. He was like, yo, I'm about to send it to you, and then you do a verse. I was like, all right, bet. So,
Alchemist, man.
it's crazy. Man. It literally happened like the way my friend said it was going to happen. And, we have a couple songs coming out together.
Rumor also has it that you have a song with Black coming out as well.
Yeah, me and Black already have music out.
Yeah. We got upcoming project, right? And the features on it.
Right.
Is that
Yeah,
yeah.
may not be like
That
we
was
have more music. We definitely
more
have more music, but like I don't know when it's gonna come out. But yeah, me and Black got stuff in the stash.
Are you from Noonan as well?
Newton
Or
Newton County?
Newton County.
When I first moved to Georgia, I was living in Covington.
With your cousin? Were you with
Yeah,
your
I was living
cousin?
with my cousin Brian.
Shout out.
Wolf Bradley. Shout out to Wolf Bradley.
That boy got the eye.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's funny. He's such a character. I was staying with him, and I was going to a school called Clements. It was a middle school, and there was this crew that everyone was talking about, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. And it was called Team Flight, and I was a skater too, so it was a skateboard team, but they also danced and everything. So one day I was skating with my boy behind like a Kroger, and I guess one of the homies liked the way that I skated, and they were like, yo, I'm put you down with Team Flight. And then, I met all of them, and then I moved to Gwinnett, and I did that first project. And then I went back to, I would always make visits back to Covington because my boy had a studio there. And I went to the studio one day, and I was playing the first project, and we all just listening to it. And then, like, it's this little guy on his computer. Like, as soon as I played it, he's just like, and I met him. He's like, yeah, Black, like Nicx. After I left, I noticed, like, at that time, there was a guy there named Shaq. Rest in peace, Shaq. He was like, man, y'all are awesome, man. Like, y'all gonna be big. I can't wait to see y'all work or whatever. And also, oh, no, I'm gonna get to that. So, yeah, like, he's like, man, y'all definitely got to connect. So after Black added me on Twitter or whatever, but he was going to the high school that I would have went to if I didn't move to Gwinnett. But we always stayed in contact or whatever. But yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
That happened.
It's cool to hear hear that from you, because we had Doobie Ricks
Yeah.
and Buddha and Zaza on the show on our
Awesome.
second episode.
Yeah.
Second episode back.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, first.
In the living
First-
room.
First on
living
camera
room.
episode.
In my
Or second
living
on
room,
camera
my house.
episode.
You know what's funny? There was one guy that I played a game of skate with in Team Flight, and I always, like, through the years, I was like, man, who was that one guy? Like, he was crazy. He was dope. And then I look back and I'm like, yo, that was Doobie. Like, yeah, me and Doobie, like, I used to go to his crib and, like, skate in the front. Like, we was skating heavy then. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, nobody was thinking about rapping. Nobody was thinking about music. We all just wanted to be pro. You know what I'm saying? And hit quad flips and stuff like that. And
There seems like to be like a utopia, like a paradise within, like, skating within people.
Yeah.
Because, like, I never really was into skating growing up, and then I went to the park, in the Fourth Ward Park over there.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and just seeing how many people went there just and felt free, like everyone just
So
doing what they're
good.
doing, falling, busting their ass.
Weren't you
and
taking
everything.
pictures of Forges and Dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro. If you ever go skating, bro, need a photographer, let me know.
Oh, like, you want to take pictures?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm
what
not that good.
I mean,
I
I
can
can do a
do-
kickflip, bro.
I
That's
can
all
do,
cool.
yeah, I do a lot of stuff. You want to know the tricks I can do?
Yeah.
I can kick flip, I can heel flip, I can front side flip, back side flip, fakey front side flip, fakey back side flip, fakey big flip, fakey tray. I can't regular tray. I could do, like, pop shovels or whatever, vario flips, 180 vario flips. But I can do a flatland. I can't do nothing upstairs.
Mhm.
Oh, the one trick that I can't do, I can't ollie. I can do all that, but I can't ollie. Ollie is just a jump.
Yeah.
I
But
do-
you can flip it and everything. You
Yeah.
can jump and flip it, but you can't land just a jump. Dang.
The bunny's not there, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny. It's like this. Yeah, I have a question though. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up?
There's a thing called Mandel's moment, but this is just a general question.
What's up?
Anybody know why J.R. Smith was with the Red Power Rangers
Oh
earlier this
man.
week? Anybody know?
I don't know, but I guess I don't.
That was a legendary picture.
Yeah, I need y'all. Y'all need to post this in the comment section. Someone let me know. What was
Man.
J.R. Smith doing the Power Rangers?
Did he post it?
I don't know what. I just saw it go viral on Twitter. And
Man.
just
I
saw him
thought
hooping.
I thought you
I just
broke
photoshopped it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I thought you
saying? I was
photoshopped
there at College Park, LA Fitness, of old that, and J.R. Smith was there.
Hold on, what?
Not, bro, I'm capping.
Oh.
But he ain't post the picture. That's what's even funny.
Bro, he's definitely photoshopped.
Yeah,
bro.
what
He's
that
wearing
was off Old
Cardinal
National.
shorts.
Man, it's crazy. Nah, I wish I knew why, man.
No, that's just what I want to know. So that's my moment for the week. Yeah,
Are you
someone
Cavs
let me know.
fan?
Of course.
So how was it getting your first championship in the city
Uh,
in your lifetime?
it was crazy because oh my god, once it was over, instantly I run outside, my little sister run outside, and everybody like on the street was outside and screaming, going crazy. Like people cried because a place like Cleveland is not used to winning things. And some people froze because it's like, we won, what do I do? That's kind of how it is there. Like, that's why it's really hard for a lot of people to come up there because they don't know how to win. Like, we're not used to people winning around there. I mean, Kid Cudi won, but he went to New York. Chip, he went wherever he went. Like, Bone went to L.A. I'm saying MGK, he actually came here. And like my brother, he didn't know what to do. My brother, man, he hugged the cop. And if you know my brother, what?
He ain't hugging no cops.
Man, free my brother. Yeah, free him. But he hugged the cop. He didn't know what to do. Like the cops didn't know what to do. They let him stump on one of their cars and just let him do it. Like it's people like one thing that I heard, and it was so dope. It was like a 70-year-old man in the street. He was like, I've been waiting on this my whole life. And I was just like, man.
That is such a cool moment.
Man, he's like, I've been waiting on this my whole life. But he's just in the street, like running, like downtown, and like threw his hat in there, like,
Yeah, that's
and
me
he
at the
started
Hawks.
crying. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Hawks ever win. That's me.
Yeah.
I was an old head. Probably
man.
crying.
Mandel's gonna have gray in his beard,
Just crying.
just like this one single tear.
Nah, that's I'm be balling.
I had dreams too.
I had dreams too.
It's gonna be on a Tuesday at Moe's and
Tuesday
Joe's,
at
and you're
Moe's
gonna be
and Joe's.
getting
Or
$3
I'd be
PBR pictures.
I'd be wasted. You know what I'm saying? Crying, buying everyone pictures.
What's
You
your-
get a picture. You get a picture.
What's your favorite night scene in the city?
Night scene?
Yeah.
Like, where do I go to at night?
Mhm.
What do I do at night?
What's your favorite day of the week to go out? First of all,
That's
Every
fair.
day. Every day, like whenever it's warm, whenever it's not cold.
gotcha. That's true.
Because I have asthma, and when I go out in cold, for real, like and it's windy, kind of like it suffocates me, and I'll have an asthma attack.
That's
But
not fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. Like I love like the way Atlantic Station look. Like the Bell Line is awesome.
And it's expanding.
Yeah, I'm trying not to go to Edgewood. Like, man, you let's talk about Edgewood.
It fell off.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
no, it's the weirdest energy over there. It's like,
weird. Yeah.
like you ever like
Fell off, man.
like
Department store. I blame it on department store clothes.
you think
You
so?
blame it on them not being able to afford it.
I mean,
Ever since they left, it ain't been the same.
it actually hasn't been the same. Like Edgewood's.
Oh,
I have a good time because I go to Mother,
Yeah.
but anything else on Edgewood is just.
I thought
whack.
it was personally. I thought it was, maybe not ever since, but the dude once that dude got shot outside of joystick.
Oh man, yeah,
that
that was
the energy kind of like.
It was kind of bad before then.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm saying that was just one of those things that just kind of just distorted the whole vibe.
I be feeling like 30% of the people on Edgewood are traumatized or something. Cause like you ever been on Edgewood and you were just at a bar or something, you was in the back chilling, and the vibe is right, and it's this guy that walks up to you like, yo, you got a cigarette, blah blah blah. You give him a cigarette,
man.
and then he's like, yeah, like, man, what's the meaning of life, man? Like, what's the meaning of it, bruh? Like, and then you're like, man, I don't know. And then he breaks off and he's like, man, like, man, Kid Cudi's my favorite rapper. And it's just like, huh? And then it's like, yeah, like, yeah, man, I need some weed. And it's like,
Okay.
yeah, and then like somehow you guys, like, they can't keep a consistent conversation, and then you talking to him, and then you notice you talking to him, but then you look at him, and then you realize, like, I'm not talking to this guy. He's like over here.
Bro, off the
just-
shit song.
Yeah, and then like you look at him, then it's like he's about to cry, and then next thing you know, like he goes off. You never see him until like you go back on Edgewood, and like he's just out there.
It's like an
Like-
awkward wave.
Yeah, man, I'm like, yo, this is not cool. This
There's a whole
is
bunch of
not,
young homeless people there too.
dog. Yeah, like this guy's
like
like,
the thing, man.
our age.
yeah,
That's probably what the main vibe is. High key, low key. Just like a high percentage of like young homeless people.
For real?
Like
Yeah,
on that
there's a
scene
lot-
of Edgewood?
there's a lot of
Yeah.
homeless people
Yeah.
there.
man, what you got? Like, you gotta really do something terrible to be like 18 and homeless. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people go through different things, but it's like, come on, like, where's your family, man? Like, I know it's somebody, or unless you must really like suck.
Yeah. It's interesting to see talk to these kids, because at first you talk to them, you're like, oh, what's up, blah blah blah, and you see them at like a bar, see them like open bar type thing, like what that Newport,
Yeah, that
Lounge.
move
Pop
is
up.
dead, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like going there, you see
Yeah.
some dude talking to him a little bit, and then before you know it, next time you go to Edgewood, he's outside, like you can tell like he's been there.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of their priorities are just messed up. Like, maybe they want to be rappers and it ain't working out. And they're like, man, well, if it ain't working out, then, like, what's the meaning of life? Like, nothing like, bruh, you
Kid
ain't
Cudi's
got to
my
rap.
favorite rapper.
Yeah, like, you ain't got to rap. Like, I understand. Like, you don't have to. Like, I feel like a lot of the homeless people in L.A., if they left L.A., they wouldn't be homeless. Like, you know how expensive L.A. is? Like, man, you know how much money those homeless people make? I gave them, like, I was feeling so good one day. I was like, I just thought I was that man. Thought I was the guy. And I had like a ton of money on me. Then I see a homeless guy. I'm like, you know what? Whatever I reach in my pocket and grab and pull out, I'm going to give it to this guy. It was like $30 or like $50. So I give it to him. I'm like, man, this is about to make him happy. I'm like, yeah, about to feel good. I give it to him. Nigga ain't even look at me, dog.
Yeah.
And he just kept moving. Then you see him begging for money from the next person. I'm like, should I go chase this motherfucker down? And I literally sat there and I'm looking at him and he moving fast. And I'm like,
He's probably going back to his like 2-room tent.
yeah, but it's like
License
they
crib.
make a lot of money, man. It's like, like you don't have to like go and suffer just because you want to live in LA. You could go like, man, like Atlanta's not that expensive. You know, go to Atlanta or like go to Cleveland. It's really cheap out there right now. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think some people they just want to like be around the lifestyle. They rather sleep outside.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but man, yeah, nah, it bothers me, man.
Nah, it's real though. That's like, I don't know, that's a problem. Like, I don't know, we gotta fix that, man. I'm tired of seeing all these I'm tired of getting asked for change. And like, instead of me like, at first I'd be like, oh, I don't have anything. Now it's like
Yeah.
ignoring
Yeah.
the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah. Nah, man, like it's annoying because it's like, dog, like I see you here all the time. Like you've been getting a lot of money. Like, dude, take that and like, dog, it's definitely opportunities out here, man. Like, you just want to take that and buy beer and buy whatever you buying and just think that you just about to ask people every day. Like, I'd be ignoring them. If I saw the same person, I start bucking at them. Like, you don't get out of my face, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went from being like nice and then now I'm like mad. Like, it happened to me plenty of times on Edgewood.
I gave someone my scarf, my Atlanta United scarf on Edgewood, because it was cold outside, and I was like, bro, you need this more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, thanks. But he looked genuinely happy. He was
Yeah,
and
what?
everything. I was like, that's lit.
That's dope.
But next time I saw him, I didn't see the scarf, so it's kind of.
You
Man,
know,
he sold that,
Yeah,
You know
man.
what's the worst
Yeah.
feeling in the world is when you're in a good mood and you have to deny like a homeless person like
Mm.
change because you actually don't have any.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
broke, so it's like.
I was like, yeah, you need
Oh,
a
yeah,
square,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like there was one time where I was walking.
We've had this conversation.
Oh yeah, about
before.
getting homeless people squares, but then it's evolved to like
them-
getting card to come load,
All it needs
and then
Cash App.
cash up. But you gotta have technology. And you gotta
You said
charge
Cash
it.
App the homeless person?
Yeah.
What
Bruh.
phone?
That's
You
what I'm
gotta have
saying.
a computer.
I mean, Cricket only got the
Library.
flip phone.
The flip. All you need is internet for Cash App.
That's
A computer.
A
You can just-
computer.
all you need is a computer and your cash.
all I need is McDonald's
You got
Wi-Fi.
So we talking
change?
like are we talking like internet at like a public library?
Yes, all you gotta do is sign up and get you a cash.
You gotta
app
have
account.
a bank account.
I ain't gonna lie. If I see a homeless person
It's
ask,
complicated. I've thought about it. It's complicated.
if someone tells me that their life is horrible, like they have nowhere to go, and like, please help me, and they pull out an iPhone, I'm swinging on them.
Nah, they ain't gonna pull
Nah,
out
I'm
the
swinging like,
They're
man,
not
if you
gonna
don't,
pull out the iPhone, they can be like, you got cash app? Be like, yeah, all right, my cash tag's this.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
easy.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then be like, all right, I give you 50 cents. I'll give you $1.
Have like
I
a
just can't-
library station. You gotta go to the library, get your withdrawals.
I don't know if I'm closed-minded, but I cannot see that, bro.
Oh no, I'm just running my mouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
too
it's the
complicated, man.
future.
I'm insane. This is the future.
That's
we
what
we in
God.
2050, bro. Y'all gotta catch up.
Oh my
You see, we
god.
always ahead of you. You got. I mean, it's just Monday.
This
Sleep.
conversation
Y'all
got
are
really
sleep.
dark real quick.
So let's get in like to actual topics.
Mhm.
What albums have you been listening to?
Well, Lil Bo 2, I mean, it's only been out like a day. No, it's been out longer, right? I just got put onto it yesterday.
Came out midnight. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I've been listening to that.
Do you like Two
Alright.
Changes verse on Oops?
On that album, I just heard that song once, but I thought it was riding when I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That was
riding.
my favorite.
What's your
because 2 Chainz
process
was on
to I guess this is a question for everybody. What's your process to like listen to an album? Is it like one listen, two listens, or you have to have multiple listens before you can get like a true judgment?
It's crazy, right? It
I'm gonna
is-
let you
it
go
is.
first next.
My process is, well, I listen to the single, and if the single's awesome, I'm like, okay. Then I'll go and see what features are on it, and then if they're familiar people, then I check that out. And if the artist does good on that, then I start from the beginning and see how much I can listen to. And I can't lie, man, like, artists be out here making it seem like they sitting down listening to albums, but they not. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do that unless it's Nas or something. Like, I love Nas, but
You skip the. I find myself doing that more too, going features first and then listening to like.
yeah, because if you hear how they deliver with like someone who's already out here going crazy and they do good, it's like, okay, yo, like he deserves like a listen to his whole album. Like, it doesn't matter anyway. They can pay for streams, but
See,
That's how I felt about my bad. Keep
no,
going.
it's okay. I'm kind of on the opposite side of the fence because I'm actually like I actually start from the beginning. I go all the way to the end, just because.
First
What-
one listen.
Yeah,
One listen?
yeah.
oh, he got
because
time.
I always. I always like when I end up just like clicking on a few just like random records on the album.
Yeah,
I always miss something that I find later that I really like.
Yeah. That always happens a lot for me too. And it's always like you do one listen through, and then it's like a couple weeks later, or like a month or two later, you listen to it again. You're like, damn, I was asleep on this. Like, why was I not listening to this as much? But yeah, I would just say my process is I do listen to it like not all the way through, maybe like the first 5 songs, and then go
Yeah.
from the rest. I try to listen to it once, and then have those couple songs. I'm like, oh, this is fine.
I can't lie. If a song is really dope, I'm gonna keep listening to that.
Yeah,
song.
no,
I'ma
I'll
play
listen to
that
things
song
back to
out.
back and back to back.
And then when I'm tired of it, like whatever like comes on after that sounds dope, like I'm gonna listen to it, and if that sounds dope, I'm gonna play that out. It's kind of like it's like the Bible. Like, you're not about to just sit there and read the whole Bible. You're gonna read this or whatever. Like, keep going back to that. Like, whenever you're going through something, that part, and
Read
then
verse by verse.
yeah, exactly. So like, it's the same thing with music. I'm gonna keep listening to that. Next thing you know, a whole album will last like a whole year for me. Like Passion, Pain, and Demon Slam by Cudi. Like, I was thinking that I heard the whole album because I've heard the first like 8. I couldn't get past the first like 6 songs because they were so good. And then it's like a year later, I'm tired of these songs. Oh man, these other 6 songs are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, wow, all right, the album is like brought back to life in my world. And then after that, it's like, yo, these songs, you know. And
I loved that album.
the album was incredible, man.
It was so good.
It was incredible.
That was his recent one, right? Most recent?
Yeah, it was.
How do y'all think about the Logic album?
I haven't listened to it yet,
Oh,
but
is
the
that-
promo for it was A1. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, okay. It's the first. It's like the intro to the album, and the audio portion of that.
Is it a Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah. Then there was a video that came out.
So he's got like Cartoon Network sponsorship or something.
Yeah,
something like-
he was on Rick and Morty last season.
He got signed for $30 million
by TBS.
by Def Jam, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, as like an artist.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
deserves it.
So yeah,
No, I was thinking more so.
Hold
about the
on.
show.
You said 30 mil. 30 mil?
yeah,
Dog, that sounds like some like sports
Yeah,
contracts,
that's
bro.
not like,
Like,
a contract.
dude. I don't know.
I mean,
It
he's-
says it in the album.
He is big.
yo, I mean, he's awesome. He's talented. He's incredible. 30 mil?
He's been out for a minute though.
It was kind of one of the
Yeah.
most
He's-
stay in your lane
he's-
albums I've
he's
ever
different, though.
heard, though.
I haven't listened to it.
I
Yeah,
haven't listened to the album either.
I listened to it today, and the thing that I got is like, his like Wiz song is like, well, it's like the classic weed song,
Yeah.
and then he has Big Sean, and it sounds like a Big Sean song, and it's just like, he's stuck with what he knew, which
Yeah.
is like not necessarily like the bad thing. It's his brand, but it, I don't know. It's just like, to me, it didn't really sound any different than his other albums.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
I mean, it is what it is. Projects is just like school projects. You do it, like, this is what you want people to know out there, then you move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really, like, you're not really supposed to think too deep about the project, or you will, like, you'll go crazy, and you won't get the next project done.
So like when you the way you approach a project, do you like try to break through, or you just put together songs that you
Oh, no, I definitely put a lot of time into it and a lot of thought. But I can't lie. I mean, now, like what I just told you, like I was like able to break that down because that's how I was going through that. I was doing that. I'm thinking like, yo, make that project that's going to change your life. Like, you got all these people who really like you, really want to hear your story. Like, make the project, make the album. And I'm trying it. I'm like, I'm not in no position to really do that. I just want to make music, and I put a lot of time into my songs, and like, it has to flow right, so like that's the reason why I'm releasing 2 projects this year. Like, I went from releasing like one project a year, then like a year without a project, or a couple years without a project, and like now to doing multiple projects because I can't be thinking about it too much. Like, it's never that deep. I mean, like, I feel like, man, pay attention to your like the people who already support you and like you or whatever. Make them happy, and then they gonna tell other people just like them. They can put other people onto your stuff or whatever. Don't focus on everybody else, everyone else's careers or fan bases, man. Like, it's gonna spread. Like, just gotta
stay in your lane?
yeah, because once you do that, man, like, you be like, oh, well, you know what, man, I don't want to make this no more. You could have been like working on gold. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you chopping down the tree, and like eventually it's gonna come down, and like it's gonna take a lot of time. But the second you give up, like, if you just swung at it a couple more times, it would have came down.
Right.
They be giving up when they got like one more swing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is.
That's real. I was going to talk about this earlier and cut Jake off, but Arin Ray, I don't know if I'm spelling his name right or saying his name right. Platinum Fire album. It just came out. He has features with YG. Who else is on it? YG Drum, Charles Major. Hold on. Charles Major, Ty Dolla $ign, Sir, Terrence Martin. Best album that came out this
Really?
yeah.
Who was it
hands
again?
down. Arin Ray.
Let me-
Arin Ray.
Let me see the picture.
He was on The Voice. Came 4th place on The Voice. I don't know what year it was.
Oh, he's a singer.
Pop star, like literally pop.
Oh,
Poppy.
okay.
Mix kind of black sound.
I'm gonna check
less,
that out.
Less like dark like black.
Do you think it's the best album that came out today?
Hands down.
Like today?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hands down. I mean, it's
Like-
the best debut album I've heard.
Oh,
Oh,
debut
yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I'm
I thought you
excited
meant
to
like
listen
album
to
that
it
came
now.
out.
Yeah, no, it's tough, and it's like in that lane where I was sitting there like, wow, this is different,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
different fan base than what I'm used to. Like, he's not reaching like the rap fan base. He's not reaching like the general what we consider like the black.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be a pop star because he was on
Yeah.
X Factor. So each song sounds like that has that pop like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
wow,
crazy.
This is a big song versus like,
That's awesome.
That's
people just be
it's
flowing.
honestly, like,
Shout him out.
It's
man.
refreshing when you actually hear like an album that you're like, damn,
Yeah, because
like finally a good one.
but that's like the way I
Like
listen.
someone who actually cares about, like, who really enjoys making music, other than
Exactly.
people who just be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, like, people just, man, like you said, like people just be like just flowing, but then it's like, bruh, are you putting any time into this, man? Like,
because I can freestyle
oh,
for hours
really?
and not say anything and
Oh.
talk about, you know.
I was thinking you was about to say, yo, I can freestyle when I'm drunk.
Oh no, I can, I can freestyle when I'm drunk. I can freestyle when I'm you know, I can freestyle.
Twisted.
I'm just I'm not that good after like 5 minutes. I
Oh,
run
man.
I run out of things to say because it's all off the top,
Yeah.
straight up off the top.
That's
I'm
crazy.
getting better though because I'm understanding like how to really rap and rhyme, like setting up everything. It's like, all right, cool. I'm getting a little smarter, but you know, I'm working.
I hear reading helps.
Reading does help.
Reading helps a lot.
Yeah.
But getting a little old school here, I guess I have a lot of time at work to listen to music, but
Told you.
I just put my headphones on and I just do my stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, posthumous album got released of all of Jimi Hendrix like unreleased record recordings. Yeah, unreleased
How
studio
many
recordings.
tracks was it?
Dude, it's like 20.
Nice.
And it's
like long tracks,
so,
I'm guessing too.
Yeah, it's Eddie Kramer. He was one of the first guys in the studio to like see Jimmy in the studio and have him record, and he was like right in like 1967. He was blown away. He was like, this guy's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
There's a story about actually the Beatles showing up to one of Jimmy's concerts,
Oh, wow.
and Ringo said to John Lennon, he was like, "There's no way any of us could touch this guy's guitar skills." And he taught himself how to play guitar. Either way, posthumous album dropped today. It's called Both Sides of the Sky, and it is very good.
Both sides of the sky.
Both sides of the
Check
sky.
that out.
Just added. Just added to my library.
I should be doing that too, honestly.
Yeah. So I was pretty pumped when I saw that today because I'm a huge Jimmy fan. I grew up on Jimi Hendrix. Like my dad and I, that was like kind of one of the things we bonded over. So you know.
What hip hop do you and your dad listen to together?
What hip hop?
Yeah.
My dad loves Tribe.
That's real.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's
Exactly.
awesome.
And he, God, this is embarrassing.
Oh, man.
Because his dad's a goober.
My dad's
Yeah.
goofy, dude.
That's
He's
crazy.
talk about a character. My dad got actually written up in the operating room because they play music in the OR when they do surgery, and he played Twista.
Oh, really? What song?
Like overnight celebrity.
No, he played that song where it's like it is like it like opens up with gunshots.
What?
So he
That's
was
crazy.
like really loud, and one of the nurses wrote him up.
Really?
About it, yeah.
Yo, my
but if you met my dad, you'd totally understand.
Yo, Twisted was the man. My dad loves Twisted. Like he put me on a Twisted. I still listen to Twisted.
Twister, yeah, he just released was that last year, year before he released something like that Slick went hard. I like stumbled across it.
Oh, really?
Long ago.
I listen to Twisted's old stuff.
Yeah, it was surprising. It was like out of nowhere. Just like,
Yeah.
if I could find it.
My dad really doesn't like any of the music coming out. He just likes the old school stuff. Of course, because I mean, he likes the funky stuff.
Yeah.
He grew up on funk.
Oh, yeah.
That was like his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crook County. That's what it was. About Twister. That's the name of the album.
Check that out too.
Yeah, it was solid.
So, not in music world. Let's get a little out. So
Also, hold on, time out. Let me take note of this. This is the first time we've actually talked about music for like an hour.
Wow, that's crazy.
because
Yeah.
really we do the interview
Yeah.
and then we just talk about random
Random
stuff, and
stuff.
it
Yeah.
only lasts like 45 minutes. But like this time it was actually
Yeah.
we talked about music for the whole entire time, which
That's
is pretty
cool.
cool.
I'm excited. That's hand-me dogs for you.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I guess we'll just kind of rifle through these. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but the farmer bro Martin Shkreli just got sentenced to 7 years.
7 years. Well, yeah, 6 years. And
6
well,
years
6 years
with
and
good
it-
conduct,
With good
yeah.
conduct. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, this is the guy that like marked up his medication, life-saving medication, to $750, where he could have easily sold it for like less than $100.
Oh my god.
And, I
And
think,
so he's like a terrible human being.
Yeah.
and then I remember he held the Wu-Tang album auction. Didn't
Yeah.
he like he like bought like a Wu-Tang album where he was just like, I'm gonna release it. It was like unreleased songs, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
something like
Something
shit.
Say $1
ridiculous.
million.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the judge was like, in her pre-sentencing speech, she goes, she's like, I kind of feel a little for him just because of the abuse in his family and like all the terrible stuff that happened to him, but he's also the guy that like just did some crazy stuff and said some slander, and it was just like, well, I have to sentence you for 7 years.
Dang, I'm reading it now. He has to forfeit $7.4 million, and he has to give up the Wu-Tang album.
Oh man.
That's for the people, though.
Yeah,
it's
it
for the
is.
people.
In the courtroom, he goes, "Don't feel bad for me,"
Oh man.
which is like,
Sounds like a
he
psychopath.
kind of does. He kind of sounds like a sociopath.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's a little sociopath.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that's
So is
crazy.
Floyd Mayweather.
So I guess it's just karma, right? So Floyd Mayweather is a sociopath. Yeah, that's why he's about to on these hands in the MMA ring. Once Tyron Wood gets him.
Oh
right,
man.
bro.
Oh
Floyd's
man.
cabin.
Hey, look, bro, cap for the check. I'm saying he's going to cap, and then it's going to be something.
What do you honestly think? How old is he now?
41.
41.
He's not fighting in MMA. That's the dumbest
Yeah.
thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but why? Like, why would they hype this up? And like, why would Tyrone Wood come out here and be like, "Yeah, we're training him to MMA fight," and he's 41 years old.
I
This
mean,
guy, like,
That's
probably-
the money
it's
team,
probably
bro.
training.
That's the money team, bro. Not saying there's a bigger play that you don't know nothing about.
how does this make you not think it's staged though?
It's like WWE, bro. It's staged, but they'll still get the check.
Floyd's got a big head, so hopefully it's
Shout out to
Not
Floyd,
too big of
man.
a- not too big of a
Floyd's
target.
Floyd's the GOAT. Floyd's the only person I know that like has a very, very minimal reading ability. And is still worth like $800 million.
yeah,
And,
that's
like,
respect. Yeah.
Like has like changed the world of sports and pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he changed. He
Genius.
changed boxing.
Genius, but can't read well. And
Can't
I mean,
read.
can't like that. That shows you that you can do anything.
You can get punched in the face for a living, and you can make millions
You
of
can do
dollars.
anything. You don't. It doesn't matter what you got.
You can definitely do anything because Donald Trump is the president. You know what's so funny? This is what I don't get, and my boy put me onto this. Shout out Matt Citron. But we-
Shout out Citron.
Yeah. We
were
love
talking, and
Citron positive podcast.
It's crazy because me and Nicx were talking last night about Citron, and I was like, I didn't realize that we all went to high school with them. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna come on the podcast and like we're gonna talk about Citron. And I'm like, all right, we can
Yeah.
really talk about.
We're like
Citron.
boys with Citron.
Like,
Like,
oh, cool.
like I ate lunch with that kid. He's a great kid.
That guy is
It's a
crazy.
boy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's
a lot to handle.
Yeah, he's like 6'5" and like, man, like he's gonna make sure like he's 6'5" and he's in the room. Like,
That's the guy.
yeah, but like that's him. That's my boy. But now we were talking.
He's
We
an
were
alpha.
we were talking about just about a lot of stuff going on in society and in the music industry. And then we were just like, man, you ever notice why like you ever notice when like where hip hop is? It's like politics and it's hip hop, and they always are the opposite of each other. And it was like, okay, like we had all these nice, like well-spoken guys in office, and then rappers was like, no, man, blah, 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 fuck that, blah, blah, blah. And now we got this, like, this dickhead in office, and rappers like, peace, let me sing to you. Nah. And it's just like, no, like, dog, he's in office. You see, like, you can do what you want to do. You know, you really can. And I don't get that. It's always a difference. Like the rap game is always the opposite of like the politics.
I feel like the rap gang kind of represents like the same thing with Trump. Like you can really get on no matter like how talented. How
Yeah,
much skill you have.
exactly,
'Cause
man.
If you have a bag, if you have the bread, bro, you can become the biggest rapper out here.
All you need is a bag and a cosign. And a
Are you-
cosign doesn't even have to be legitimate. It just has to be based on the image. It could be a facade.
Or
whatever
all you
want
need
it
is
to
that
be.
Cole Bennett.
That
directed
that Cole
music
Bennett
video.
directed music video.
Nah, you need that Brandon. like just branding, like marketing.
Oh, Brandon. I was like, you putting us on to somebody else? Like, that's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
man.
That's how we get.
You just need it good.
Man, you gotta be nice with the branding because like, either you have money and then you get someone who like a nice creative director, or you make sure your marketing is nice and then you get the attention from like maybe an investor. Because man, like when you actually care about music and you're really trying to make good music, you go through a lot of stuff, man, that could make you quit, and it's just a lot of nerve-wracking, irrelevant stuff. But if like if you had that, man, like you there. Marketing is so important. Everything that on TV, like I was sitting down one day and just like that whole day I was thinking about marketing, branding. Like I don't know, it was just really on my mind. And I was watching like a movie and I'm like, yo, I don't see like this alien chasing a guy and ripping his head off. I see like this guy running from a guy in an alien suit in front of a green screen. Like, but this marketing and branding is insane. It makes me feel like I'm really in there. Like, and then the commercials came on. I saw a bad commercial, then I saw a good one. And the reason why I say the other one was good was because when I watched it, I no longer was in reality. I felt like I was in there. It's like it created its own world. And I was looking around and I'm like, we sitting on the couch right now. If you put us on TV on a couch in a commercial or whatever, it's going to be the worst commercial ever. Yeah. Because it's life, it's real life. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody want to see that. Like they looking at TV and they looking for entertainment to get away from life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why we love sports so much, because it makes us forget about like how much like our job sucks or like all this other stuff, and then we really become addicted to it. But yeah, man, and I went on Instagram too, and I was just like looking at stuff, and I'll go to random people's pages, and I'm like, yo, people really rocking with this guy or this girl, because when I'm there on their Instagram, it's like I'm in their world. And then it's so funny because then I went to my page, and I was like, I look mad. I was just like, yo.
Keep on coming back.
I was like, yo, I see this guy with a chip on his shoulder. It's like I looked at a picture and I was literally looking in the camera, and it's like, man, I wonder what I was thinking. But you know what? When I took that picture, I was mad. Yeah. It was somebody there that was just making everything worse. Yeah. But
you don't seem to hide your emotions.
No, I don't. And if you go and listen to my music, you'll know a lot about me. But yeah, and I was like, man, you know what? I should think a little bit more about branding and marketing or whatever. And but one thing that I saw is so funny. Like, this is random. Like once I came up with that in my mind, like I looked at my picture and I didn't see me. I saw an egg. It's just an egg, like an egg hatching or whatever. And I'm like, literally when I look at my pictures, it's just like a guy that's just waiting to just break through. You know, it's like building the eggs, getting like, it's almost ready to hatch. It's almost there. And it's like, I kind of look mad because you would think, man, trying to get out this egg. I'm trying to hatch. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like I'm not saying that my branding or marketing was bad. It was just like real life. But then I realized, hey, we ain't going on the internet to look at real life, bruh. Unless we like one of those, we into conspiracy theories or whatever. But yeah, and I was just like, nah, bruh, like, don't nobody care. Like, okay, I think my day sucked, and all right, like I'm not about to keep talking about it in my music or whatever. You know, I gotta think more about putting people, like bringing them into my world, because man, the way I think is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like the movies I watch, I don't watch real. Like for a guy who always looks mad, all I watch is funny movies. Yeah. Like all I watch is like super bad and just random stuff. You know, like. So yeah, just bringing people into my world, like that's why I said, like if you listen to a lot of stuff, if you listen to my older stuff, this is what changed. I was more humorous, you know. I was saying stuff that was just like, I can't believe he just said that. That's just random, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Then I stopped doing that, and I'm trying to be like, yeah, man, blah blah blah, man, life this, life like blah blah blah, and I'm just like. They be like, yo, play your music for this person, Nicx. And I'm like, no, I'm not about to. This isn't the time or the place, you know. I went from making music for, like, big environments and everyone to just, like, talking about depressed stuff or depressed people. And yeah, like that's not good for marketing, man. Like unless I just want to be looked at like that, and I don't. Like I said,
it's like your niche, the sad niche, sad kid niche.
yeah, I don't like that, man. Like I went from I remember I was like my whole thing. I was like, yo, optimism. How I go through all this, but you wouldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't tell talking to me or being around me. And then 2 years later, I'm like, yo, I was really about to make a album about optimism. I was happy.
You got
Like I was like,
you listen to some Lil B or something, bro. You were on some bass guy
what you mean?
on some positivity, bro.
Nah, man, it was just like, cause I was going through like crazy stuff, but it didn't bother me. Like I was still this guy cracking crazy jokes to like people.
Still happy.
Yeah, and to people being like, yo, you need to change your energy. But that's how it is. Like it's just artists go through a lot of pressure, man. Like
It's cool. Like what? It seems like you don't have to have like a huge following if your music's good. Like your boy, what's your boy's name? He's at your crib, Han Solo. I can't think of his name. My bad, I can't. Hanzo. Yeah, it's like I looked at his IG and he's like, oh, check out my song. I checked out his song. And I was like, whoa, this has like 40-something thousand plays on it. When you release it, I released it yesterday.
oh yeah,
like,
yeah. I saw that. Yo, he's dope. I met him yesterday too. His music is
He
tight.
Like 500. He only had like 500 followers on IG, and it's like, dang, your following isn't like. I mean, your following is huge, like probably because if you have these many plays, but like, you're not out here like, yeah, I'm out here.
He's not branding himself.
He's not branding.
at
He's got
all.
a legitimate fan
He's
base.
just having he's just having fun.
Making
Yeah.
music.
That actually lets you know that he's just having fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like this whole social media grind that we're on, it just like kind of distracts us from our like mundane like life. You know
I'm
what I mean?
still angry about my post. If y'all see this, go like it. All right.
Oh man,
This is what I'm talking about. You're like
The
on,
wa-
you're on
All I
Snapchat.
care about is memes.
man. The way the Instagram algorithms work, man, you'll wake up and you'll be at a good 200.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
You'll be
I
at a
hope
good
so.
too.
But
That's
you can't be
cool.
looking at too much. You know,
Yeah.
they delay your likes, the notifications for your likes, so you look at your Instagram more.
Facts. I turn all my notifications off.
Mandel is woke.
He is
well,
woke.
yeah, I'm just trying
He's
not to get
never
finessed
sleep.
out here.
It's
You know what
never
I'm saying?
sleep.
Crackhead flow. I don't sleep.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Boot up.
Yikes.
Boot up.
I've never seen a crackhead sleep. I can't
I'm
lie.
trying to tell y'all,
I've never seen a crackhead sleep.
I'm pretty convinced crackheads are superheroes, but that's a whole nother discussion.
So is
Oh man,
Speaking about not sleeping,
crack vibranium?
Crack vibranium. Vibranium
Is cracked vibranium the
I don't think that's a good,
heart?
I don't think that's a good comparison. I feel like I don't know what crack would be. Crack is like
Crack is whack.
crack is whack, but always has your back.
say no to drugs, kids.
That's what we're here about.
So yeah, Jake.
yo Zach, that's hilarious. No, that's not black, dog.
Someone.
This is what you see when you Google Nicx.
That's not so.
Look, hold on, I'm about to show you.
Yo, that's not even. That's Eminem, isn't it? Or who?
Yeah, what is it, Minye?
I mean, yeah.
Minye? They said that's black, dog. Yo.
We put that. That's gonna pop up right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all see it right here. This is hilarious.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, it's right here. That is definitely. Yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's,
Dang, come on, Google. Get your stuff together. Come on, Amari.
Is it because the hair? They thought the hair was like, yo, yeah, that's black, that hair.
nah, but see, if you look at the other images, they don't even match up. I don't even know.
Like-
Like,
This is hilarious.
this is like.
This is bad
this could
radio.
actually go viral.
This is bad radio.
Because if you look at the images, they don't even show that. They don't even show that picture. But that's funny.
I'm about to post it on Twitter. Why not?
All right, Jake.
Well, in this week's segment of Jake's World, the UK is banning the sale of energy drinks to anybody under the age of 16. And
Cool.
like, which is, in my opinion, it is actually kind of cool
Yeah.
because those things are
Dangerous.
terrible for you. And they mess up your heart. They give you like,
Your liver.
like, well, your liver,
kidney, yeah.
more your heart, but
Both.
like,
Hey kids, don't drink energy drinks.
they're messed up.
Mess up.
honestly.
Drink some coffee though.
Just drink, coffee.
Ooh,
There's nothing wrong with
B12 vitamins.
B12s, apples, stay hydrated. That'll keep you awake.
Oranges are great.
You know what I'm saying? Oranges.
Get your sleep.
Oranges.
You know what I'm saying? Spice. Get some habanero. Get some cayenne. Put on your tongue. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways to do this. But yeah, I don't know. I guess
A
it's just like-
hypothermic.
I guess that's just like I know. Right?
Yeah.
I guess it's just like is that a product of Brexit?
What?
Oh. I was like, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna fade off in this conversation.
Yeah,
now.
just like Mandela and Jake.
Mandel
Yeah,
Jake talking.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
we're
it's
just,
okay.
it's the Brexit effect, I guess.
It is a Brexit
Brexit
effect,
effect,
man.
yeah.
UK has like they I don't know. As soon as they did the Brexit thing, now they're having like this huge knife problem because they banned guns and now they're banning energy drinks.
They banned guns a while ago.
Oh yeah.
And Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
And
Tyler Creator. Don't they have a sword thing too? Don't they have a thing against swords? Or am
I
thinking
hope
of something
not.
they
else?
probably have a regulation for anything.
Yeah, I think
What
have
if they did? What if you could walk around with swords?
Bro, I forget what I was reading. It was like a law about swords and people walking around.
Flamethrowers.
Nah, you don't want that.
I'm still waiting for jetpacks.
Somebody,
Jetpacks.
well, no, Elon Musk made all that money off flamethrowers.
Well, yeah,
but not
but-
flamethrowers.
But no, they
But,
actually weren't
yeah.
even flame. They were like borderline flamethrowers.
Dude, it's like
He was
basically
capping.
just like sticking a
Well,
can of bug spray.
Yeah,
and
it's
lighting
because
it.
the flame itself wasn't long enough to be.
Consider
I mean,
flamethrower.
yeah, it's a flamethrower because it's shooting flames, but it's not like super long for the flamethrower.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's just for the
yo,
look.
I never
And-
in my life.
And
Yo, hold on a second.
We got development over here, bro.
Yo, dumb. Yo,
Yeah.
Zach, I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah, what else is in
Jake's World.
Jake's World.
yeah, and then only a month after Jameel Hill left the Sports Center at 6 with Michael Smith. Michael Smith is leaving now, so that's over. Even though ESPN still has them on contract, so it's not like the last time you'll be seeing either one of them. But they're just not going to be doing the 6 o'clock
That was quick,
at night.
though.
Yeah, it was so quick. It was like didn't even like their original thing didn't even last like what was it, like 5-6 months.
I missed the. I'd rather have them on the other show as His or Hers. Was it His or Hers? That was what it called?
His and hers, yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
I like
that was
better.
that was good. And
It
then they
felt-
did the whole Sports Center at 6 with
Yeah.
them, and it I don't know, just got really bad.
I think Sports Center is like meant for like different type of personalities. Like meant for like people like Stuart Scott who kind of say creative stuff and say like
Mhm.
things like that. Not really for like discussion, which is a big thing with His and Hers. But
Yeah, and you know that
shout out to Poppy.
one of the main reasons he left was because he actually didn't like how they were treating him, and so he's about to come out. There's the story about the blow up and the fact that like he was just not happy with how he was getting treated, and so was Jamil Hill. She never said it; she just kind of left quietly. So I think there's about to be a little bit of blow up after this, but who knows?
Damn Disney. What's
Disney's
he
still
doing,
making. Disney's still winning. They have
When
Black
Disney
Panther.
comes out with this network,
Hold on,
or their
Disney
streaming
had
service,
Black Panther, right?
Yeah, they have Marvel.
They own everything now.
But they're coming out with a new streaming service. Is it streaming service?
Disney
or-
also
streaming service.
owns Lucasfilm
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, because they're gonna on their streaming service they're gonna make like a Star Wars show,
Yeah.
Nice.
and I was just wondering if they're gonna put have like a
Like
sports section,
like
on
their
streaming
version
service.
of their version of Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
They
yeah.
definitely have sports on it.
Yeah, because they have a lot to work with. But
I'm excited for Solo, the Star Wars story. I'm a big Star Wars guy, so
I'm just trying to play some video games, Star Wars video games.
But yeah, I think that was good. I enjoyed having
yeah, man.
this time. We're in a new
Yeah, it was
space.
awesome.
We're in a new space.
Yeah, this
so-
is incredible.
Yeah, it's better than my living room.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. It was more like doing it in my living room was real cool, but my only issue is that a lot of people started having my address.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's and at that point when I was texting like, "Yo, pull up," and then I was like, "Nah, this nigga's gonna bring people."
Oh my god, yep. You know how it is when you interviewing
And
rappers.
that's like and not only that, that's like your house.
It's my
That's
crib.
like where you live.
That's my dog's
That's where you
at.
sleep.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Ooh.
So this is a lot better than that. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. You guys are cool, man. My bad. It's just later on I just saw something that was just like,
Controversy, bro. That's on the low, bro.
oh my god. I got if you have your mom if you look, with y'all would talk look, I'm gonna just say this: if you have your mom in your life, listen to her.
Oh yeah.
I always listen to your mom.
Facts.
About that.
Facts.
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah, so give us your social media.
Oh yeah, my social media. Yeah, it's Nicx Nation, NICXNATION for Twitter, for Instagram. You can go on Spotify, just type Nicx, Apple Music, Nicx, SoundCloud, Nicx, Audio Mac, Nicx. But yeah, at Nicx Nation.
What should people be looking out for you in the upcoming months?
Oh man, I have a single coming out in about I can't say when, but it's coming out really soon. Releasing 2 projects this year, so be on the lookout for that. One in June and one in November, if not November, December. But yeah, got a lot going on, man. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Shout out Teach One Media.
Shout out Teach One
Holding
Media.
it down.
Hold it down. Shout out to Cameron
Yeah.
Thornton. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh yeah, shout out to him.
Also, shout out to International Women's Day.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and grandma and my family.
Facts.
My
Oh
bad.
shoot! Shout out to my grandma. It's her birthday today.
It's my grandmother's birthday today too.
Oh.
Yeah, how old is she?
She's I don't know. I don't like telling her age on camera,
Okay.
so I say she's 22.
Yeah, my
Yeah, she's a
You
young,
want the
thriving
millennium
22.
grandma.
Hold on. You older than he older than his grandma.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes. You know?
That's
That's
Yeah, that's
science for you.
crazy.
That's science for you.
that's awesome, man.
Science and time.
Hey, learn something new every day on The Plug. Well,
I'm gonna play it.
this is The Plug, presented by Hammy the Ox.
Yeah.
I am Nat the Goat, a.k.a. Nat the Intellectual.
Yeah.
And it was blessed to have y'all spend time with you guys today.
And per usual, support your boy on Cash App at money sign Hey There You. That's money sign HEYTHEREYOU. It's simple. I got dreams. Fuck with me.
And then my Cash App is $ Nat the Goat, like everything. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and double tap my photo because I get a lot of self-validation through my likes, and it's okay. I won't talk about it too much, but
A lot of people do that.
it's cool.
Nah, it's okay. We all
I
do
like
that
to
now.
admit it.
Yeah, shout out to look me up on Twitter at SandwichTime520 and Instagram at Jake20520. Also, guys, do us all a favor and click that follow button
And subscribe.
and subscribe. Mainly our Instagram, we're kind of getting it. It's in the basement right now. We're trying to take it to the main floor.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
But-
see that for a little bit. But
Yeah,
Hand me the Ox.
Hand me the ox. though.
Instagram's popping. I
Yeah.
just posted something really fire on there.
Mhm.
Hopefully Ferg offers me a job to take photos from. That'd be lit.
I think I was the second one to like that photo.
You were.
So big fan. Nat's doing some good stuff, taking some photos in the field
Always.
and interviewing hella people.
Yeah.
So
I like to brag and boast.
shout out to Teach One Media
Again.
but thank you for providing the space. All right, we're out.
Plug.
I was jigging